Hello and welcome to another BookTube video from me, Lauren from Lauren and the Books. Welcome to the 90s! So I've got my hair in a high ponytail to get it out of my face because this video involves eating pizza. And it's a velvet hair bow, and I've also got this that's like a space jumper. Yeah, so today I'm going to be doing a little chat about how I'm getting on with Veganuary, and I thought it would be a perfect time to eat my vegan lunch of a vegan pizza, which is barbecue mushroom and sourdough pizza. Now I don't know if anyone knows, I'm launching straight into it, guys. Tesco, which is a supermarket chain in the UK, has launched this range of, I think it's 14 or 19 vegan meals. So it branches from like sandwiches to ready meals to pizza to salads and things like that. So this is the pizza I've got today. It's barbecue mushroom sourdough pizza. It looks delicioso. Oh look, the only bloody side I've burnt. Go for that side. I'm so frightened. So that's the pizza I'll be eating. So I hope you don't mind. I'm not really, although my sister and David would both disagree, but I'm not a big chomper when I'm an eater, but they all say that I am. I've also got this very cute napkin that always reminds me of The Birds by Daphne du Maurier, because it's got scary birds on it, although it's quite fun. It's also got lemons on it, the high end. So yeah, I just thought I would have a chat with you and update you on how I've been getting on. I'm going to be eating my pizza whilst doing that. I'm telling you how I've been getting on during Veganuary. That is a good dough. So, for those who don't know, Veganuary is a month where people pledge to go vegan for the month. You don't have to be a vegetarian or a pescatarian. You can be any sort of eater. It's just a month where people pledge to go vegan, and my sort of relationship with it was that I was a pescatarian all last year, and then towards the end of last year I started factoring fish out, and I'd always planned to be a vegetarian this year. So I thought it'd be a really cool idea to give veganism a go in January, sort of give me a kickstart for the year and see how I get on, and what aspects of veganism I struggle with and what aspects I haven't, that have been a complete breeze, and what I can take through for the rest of the year. And I've got to say, so far, no struggles. It's been a complete breeze. Now, I was quite prepared. I'd got a few vegan cookbooks for Christmas, and bought quite a lot of sort of like stuff that I knew that I would need, nutritional yeast, and I'd been testing out plant-based milks towards the end of last year to see which one I liked the best. So it wasn't like 1st of January, oh my god, I've had a complete change of diet. But it's been so easy. At no point have I felt like I'm missing out. I've had friends over for dinner. We've had lasagna. I've been to my parents. I've had a roast dinner at my parents' house. Right. It's been really fine, and I found it really easy. Now, I'm quite a good planner anyway, in terms of meals. David and I always plan out what we're eating the next week and make a shopping list and things like that. So in terms of like my lifestyle, that much hasn't changed because I'm quite a good planner anyway, and I make quite a lot of meals from scratch, she says, stuffing down a bit oven baked pizza. And I've also had the support of the fact that David has become vegetarian for the month. So David is a meat eater, normally. Quite a big meat eater, likes burgers and things like that. And he decided he would try vegetarianism for a month. And he has also been amazing when he's been doing that. Look at Minnie being so cute. So that's been really helpful for me to sort of have somebody else that's not, like I'm not having to prepare meat. Not that I miss meat or anything, but it's just easier in terms of meal preparation and things like that. To only have one meal to prepare, and then if he wants to I mean, at the beginning of the month we had plans that like, oh, I'll make this, and then if you want to make it vegetarian, add an egg to it, or like, so basically I was doing all vegan cooking. He doesn't eat much cheese anyway, so that's never going to be like a sort of bolt on for him. But it's been really, really good that we've both had each other to sort of lean on, and I haven't had any moments where I've been like, oh, I really want this. The other night, night before last, we had giant couscous, which is something I like to make anyway, with red onions and chickpeas and cucumber and mint in it, and with some griddled veg, and then baba ganoush and hummus. And David had some halloumi with it, so David wanted halloumi, and I'd seen in Sainsbury's that they had some vegan halloumi, and this leads me into my relationship with vegan cheese. I've not had a good experience with vegan cheese so far. I've bought 3 cheeses, one of which was on a pizza in Pizza Hut, and I do not like any of them. 2 of them were Violife, and the other one I think was Sainsbury's own brand. But I'll tell you what I don't like about them, and this is the only thing that I've found that I don't like. And also, I quite quickly realised you don't, just because you're a vegan doesn't mean you have to eat vegan cheese. You don't have to eat cheese at all. So what I don't like, because I like the taste of coconut, but I don't like the sort of like lingering aftertaste of coconut in something which I'm not used to tasting of coconut. So when I had the vegan pizza at Pizza Hut when we went out for dinner, it was a vegetable pizza with vegan cheese on top, which is made from coconut oil. So it had like this weird sort of like coconutty aftertaste, which was highlighted by the fact that when I went to Costa Coffee and had a cup of tea, they didn't have, they only had coconut milk or soy milk, and soy milk, guys, goes right through me. So I didn't have soy milk, and I thought I'll have coconut milk. And again, in the tea, it was like a lingering aftertaste of coconut. So I'm not into the lingering aftertaste of coconut. So, and then the other cheese I had, oh, the halloumi. So it tasted like a cake. It was so sweet, so like caramelly and weird. Nothing like halloumi at all. No texture like halloumi, didn't taste like halloumi. Basically, it was a white block of something, and they thought, that looks a bit like halloumi, we'll label that halloumi. It didn't taste like halloumi at all. So yeah, so the cheese has been disappointing. The one cheese I have had that's been good is Sainsbury's own brand cream cheese, which I had atop some sweet potato baked potatoes with black beans and cumin seeds and a jalapeno salsa. So I had a blob of that atop. Another thing I've been loving is Veganuary. Oh my god. I think Veganuary is better than mayonnaise. Like, it's so yummy. That's something I've been excited. I've made a list of things to talk about here. I haven't mentioned any of them yet. So things that have been really helping me. I got a cookbook for Christmas, which has been absolutely the most valuable thing ever. It's 15-Minute Vegan by Katie Besco. I have also filmed a video during January where I was, it was a what I ate in a weekend. Where I was talking about where you see what I ate in a weekend, and a lot of the stuff come from here. This is the thing I was supposed to make for lunch, but we had leftover roast dinner in the end. Squash and orange salad with hazelnuts. These are all really quick and easy. Well, that's something we've had, which has been lovely. Black bean, sweet corn and avocado quesadillas. 15-minute, and also 15-minute, and on top of having 15-minute, not hundreds and hundreds of ingredients, meals, vegan meals, which have just been amazing. I've made quite a lot of the breakfasts out of here. They've got some amazing salads in here. Oh, that was the first vegan thing I made. Edamame beans on toast with lemons and chives. It's just amazing, and I think you'll find once you've got a sort of background of maybe things like agave syrup and stuff that's going to pop up all the time, you'll find yourself just buying the fresh things. But yeah, I really find this has been the biggest help. I've also been using the Jamie Oliver website. So Jamie Oliver is a UK chef who I'm very, very fond of. You may have seen me talk about him before, and how much I love him. He's got a very easily accessible website. I think this pizza might have vegan cheese on it, but it tastes fine. It doesn't taste like coconut at all. That was lovely. Yeah, doesn't say it's got any vegan cheese or anything on it. It's just delicious. Jamie Oliver has a very, very easily accessible website, really easy to find your way around, and you can filter by vegan. And he's got a whole host of things on there. I found a vegan shepherd's pie recipe on there, which I've made, which was delicious. Sweet things, starters, soups, pasta dishes, just Christmas. There was a whole like vegan Christmas section. It's really, really accessible. It's really great. Now, I mentioned that 15-Minute Vegan doesn't have many ingredients. Jamie Oliver recipes do have a lot of ingredients, but that vegan shepherd's pie I made was delicious, and David and I had it the next day, and it was even nicer the next day. So that's something that I've been really using. I've been found very, very helpful. Another book I bought, which was one of the first books I read this year, is by Veganuary, and that is How to Go Vegan. Now, this was completely accessible. I gave this book 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. I just feel like it was really like accessible and gave you the facts in a not wanting to shock you, just wanting to educate you way. So there's all sorts of reasons why people might want to go vegan. It might be for the animals, it might be for the environment, it might be as a sort of challenge to yourself, it might be because you fancy eating more veg or something like that. But it goes over all sorts of things. It also has a really good chapter about vegan myths. It gives you some really great recipe advice. It's sort of interspersed with cute pictures of animals, and yeah, I feel like Veganuary, the actual scheme, has been so helpful. You get a daily email covering different topics, so whether it be like eating out, snacking, athletes that are vegan, where you can get your protein from, things like that. So the daily emails have been helpful in conjunction with this. This is going to be something that I'm going to go back to all the time. I find this really, really, really helpful. And yeah, I just find that this, like, to kick off, to be the first thing that I read when I became a vegan, then this was really, really helpful and very much enjoyed it. So those are 3 books that I've been doing. I mentioned earlier about David being very supportive. I also mentioned about Pizza Hut and cheese, and I think something that I made, something that I made myself aware of, which sounds so stupid now in like retrospect, but I'm not gonna like everything. And just because I don't like, that's like when I ate meat, like I didn't particularly like lamb, so I didn't eat lamb. So now I'm a vegan. Just because I don't like vegan cheese doesn't mean, oh, everything's like I just don't have to eat vegan cheese. It's fine. Just because you're a meat eater, you don't have to eat lamb. Therefore, just because you're a vegan, you don't have to eat vegan cheese. Been pretty good for me. It's been pretty easy, and like, I'm not going to say it's going to be without challenges in future. The only thing I ate some corn pieces, you know, corn that make like fake chicken stuff. I checked the packet and was like, yeah, that's fine, there's nothing in here. And then afterwards, I don't know what made me go back and check it again, but it had bloody egg white in it. I'd already eaten it by this point, so there was nothing I could do. So that's the only slip up I've had, which I think, in terms of like, it's the 19th of January today. So I feel pretty pleased. I've almost made it 3 weeks without doing anything. And even then, that was by accident. That wasn't like, oh dear, I've dropped pizza on the floor. That wasn't like, oh, I'm going to eat this and I know it's got egg in it. Like, it was by accident. So yeah, I feel like I've been doing really well. I hope everyone else who's been joining in has been doing really well. Sorry if this is like the most informal video and you've had to watch me stuff pizza down my throat, but I thought it would be a really good chance to have a little catch up and things. Would love to hear if people have been joining in with Veganuary, if you are vegan, how you struggled or how you soared from the beginning. Would love to hear it. I am aware that everyone's vegan journey is going to be completely different. My going forward plans, the one thing I will say is that I feel chill about it, David feels chill about it. When I go to restaurants and stuff, I feel chill about it. But when I have to go to other people's houses, that's when I feel a bit like, oh, I've got to tell them I'm a vegan. I've also seen the horror in people's eyes as I tell them that I'm a vegan now. So, going forward, I'm definitely going to eat as much vegan as I can. I don't think I'll ever go back to... Oh, no, I know I won't. I'll never go back to a non-plant-based milk. I'll never eat meat. I can't see myself eating meat or fish again. Like, that's been completely fine. The only thing I do struggle with is if I go to somebody's house for dinner, I feel like I would eat vegetarian then to take the pressure off of them. So, in-house, vegan all the way. When I go out for dinner, vegan all the way. But potentially going to people's houses for dinner, I feel like it's kinder to them. Makes me worry less if I tell them I'm vegetarian. So yeah, that's the sort of plan. Does anybody else have that as a... Oh, my camera battery's flashing. Does anybody else have that as a vegan? That you're a vegan as much as you can be, but then when you're at other people's houses, you eat vegetarian? Because I don't feel like that's a cheat, because I'm still like mostly vegan. But yeah. So that's how Veganuary's been going for me. I hope you are all having a wonderful January, whatever you're eating. I'm going to go and eat this pizza properly now. And I'll see you all again soon for another BookTube video.